Johnsonville Spray Foam Installation of Arlington is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast. Check out Johnsonville Spray Foam for all of your installation needs. We offer open cell foam, closed cell foam, roof foam, and even pickup bed liners. Johnsonville offers free estimates at the best price. When it comes to insulation, we do it right. We do it tight. Every time, guaranteed. Give us a call today at 605-695-5906. Good luck, Cardinals.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
Did you know that Valley Fibercom provides broadband internet without data caps? With many packages available to choose from, there is one for you. You will pay a monthly low rate for unlimited internet, along with local customer service and local technicians based right in Volga, Arlington, and Smet. To learn more, call us today at 1-866-45-FIBER or visit us online at www.valleyfibercom.com.
The main stop into Smet and the Handy Mart in Arlington are here to serve you. As your locally owned gas and convenience store, we are open 7 days a week. Check out our delicious food menu, including Godfather's Pizza. Stop by before or after the game to grab some snacks and refreshments. The main stop and Handy Mart are proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast. Good luck to all the area athletes this season.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Stop by Maynard's Food Center in Arlington, Lake Preston, and Smet, and check out our wide selection of fresh meat and fresh produce. Be sure to download our awesome app where you can access our weekly ads and coupons, as well as collect purchase points for future discounts. Maynard's in Arlington, Lake Preston, and Smet, your hometown grocery store, is a proud supporter of all our local athletes.
Interstate Batteries has been serving the town of Arlington since 1976 and is proud to sponsor the broadcast of the boys and girls basketball games. Interstate Batteries is the distributor for a large territory covering eastern South Dakota, southwestern Minnesota, offering automotive, marine, and agricultural batteries. We also offer batteries such as alkalines, coin cells, tool batteries, and sealed lead acid batteries for smaller applications. Stop into Interstate Batteries or give us a call at 605-983-5884.
Kingbrook Rural Water in Arlington is a solid presence in the area and a strong supporter of area high school sports. With reasonably priced, reliable, quality water, Kingbrook Rural Water in Arlington is here to serve you and your family only the best, providing your water needs for present and future members. So call 1-800-605-5279 today or visit us on the web at kingbrookRuralWater.com. Be rid of your water problems and have great tasting water with just a twist of your wrist. Kingbrook is an equal opportunity employer and provider. Heartland Energy delivers power with purpose, reliable wholesale power, as well as an array of services to the city of Arlington and surrounding communities. We strive to be a partner of choice to our customers, with our dedication to service and energy solutions taking the forefront of operations every day. Heartland Energy offers a number of programs to help our customers grow and thrive, from economic development incentives to energy efficiency rebates. Heartland Energy is your trusted partner. We would like to wish the Arlington Cardinals the best of luck this year. King Brothers Heating and Cooling is a proud sponsor of the Arlington Cardinals. We are here to help you with all of your residential and commercial plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. We service and replace furnaces, air conditioning units, and heat pumps, and also offer water and sewer repair and new installation. installation, sewer cleaning, and camera service. We repair and replace water heaters and water softener systems. No job is too large or too small. Call us for a free estimate at 605-203-1760. King Brothers Heating and Cooling wishes a safe game to all of our athletes tonight.
Good evening, folks. Welcome in to Arlington. We've got another girls varsity matchup here tonight. Also a DBC Kingsbury County rivalry between the Arlington Cardinals and the Smet Bulldogs. Both teams coming in with a 4-3 record. Both teams kind of got to that 4-3 record in a couple of different ways. We'll start with the Smet. The Smet's last game was Tuesday against Clark-Willow Lake. They lost that one 45-35. They also, last year, they ended their season with a loss against Dubrook in the first round of Region 2B playoffs. They have not lost back-to-back games this year. They did go on a 3-game losing streak after dropping their first game to Dubrook. No games until next week for Smet after tonight. They will be in Lake Preston on Monday to face the Sharks. Myself and Brianna will be there to broadcast that one. Then on Tuesday, they welcome in the Howard Tigers and finally finish off the week in Coleman against Dawson Boyd from Minnesota in the DBC Classic. Defensively for the Bulldogs, we're going to see high-pressure man-to-man. Going to be in the face of their defenders as soon as they get the ball, make them work to get every inch on the court. Offensively, a lot of their play is going to go through junior forward Hazel Luthmers, standing at a 6-foot even according to the roster. She'll sometimes bring the ball up as well for the Bulldogs. She does a lot of her damage, though, in that painted area. As for Arlington, they also come in with the 4-3 record. They beat Madison on Tuesday 51-19 to get to that 4-3 record. Last year, they were state runners-up in Class B, falling to Centerville. They are looking to break the pattern tonight of a win-loss throughout the season. However, they have not dropped below 500 throughout the year. Upcoming next week for Arlington, doubleheader on Tuesday, where the girls will welcome in, well, the girls and boys, I should say, will welcome in the dual girls currently at 2-3. Thursday, they'll be back home as well, as they'll host Elkton Lake Benton, and then they'll finish the week down in Mitchell at the Corn Palace on Saturday at the Hanson Classic. And hopefully by the time they play Elkton Lake Benton, we can have an opponent and a time for that one. Offensively, very similar to Smet. They'll run through their post guard junior Jalen Huntemer. I believe she finished with 29 points against Madison on Tuesday. And then defensively, we're going to see full court trap, most of the time trap, sometimes man-to-man, and then drop into a 2-3 zone. But the 2-3 zone is high pressure. The two guards up top pick up the point guard basically at the logo. Both of them go after her. And the three bottom players, I'd like to call them post, not necessarily post, but three bottom players in that 2-3 zone, they start at the free throw line. So Arlington is trying to get you to lob that ball, and they're saying if you can lob it past all five of our girls to get it to somebody under the basket, kudos to you. We'll change our game plan if we need to then. Alongside me tonight, we've got the sub, the bullpen arm, however you want to say it, backup
The
quarterback.
replacements. Keanu Reeves.
Zach Ricky back here.
Yeah,
with us.
no, I am not your lovely wife. I am. I'm coming out of semi-retirement. I guess maybe if you've tracked with a couple
Vocal
years.
Vocal maintenance
Local,
days.
local maintenance days. No, I think you nailed all those things. Rewind, flip back to the Smet for a second. So watching that Clark-Willow Lake game, it was so fascinating because they have that height, right? They have Hazel down low, who's at 6 foot, uses her 6 foot frame very well too, very efficient with it. You know, sometimes you just got a tall person. You see that in any sport, right? Any form of basketball, you just have a tall person. You throw them out there because you want that defensive presence. Hazel uses it really well on the offensive end. However, what ended up kind of being their downfall was rebounding. So can they kind of capitalize on that tonight? Because they do have the height advantage tonight, and they have very skilled position players down there. And so how can Arlington, on the flip side of that, kind of utilize their defense? Because like you said, they have a very aggressive, which in my opinion, that's a sign of a really good 2-3 zone, right? Because you don't want to be too passive, unless it's a really bad shooting team, but you don't want to take that for granted either. So if you're going to be aggressive, if you're going to play your guards that far up, you have to be in good position down in the post, especially that bottom middle player in the 2-3 zone, because you're going to be going back and forth between those two blocks a lot. Can you stay in position? Can you not allow Hazel or whoever's down there to get a front seal, a side seal, whatever, because that makes that lob 10 times harder if you can stay in front or at least deny that entry pass. So that's going to be big tonight. And then you kind of mentioned earlier, too, you have two clear offensive drivers for both of these. Hazel being the driver for the offense for the Smet, and Jalen being for the Cardinals. So who can have that kind of better game tonight? And then some of the others, right? Not in a negative connotation, but some of those role players, who's willing to step up tonight on the defensive end and the offensive end to kind of create that help. Because one other thing that concerned me a little bit watching some of Arlington's last game, and probably tracking the last couple, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but they don't go super deep in their bench. So all of a sudden, if you're getting tired at the end of the game because you're having to sprint around and be in that good position, also potentially get into foul trouble, if Hazel's doing her work down low, can some of this depth step up here for the Cardinals tonight? That's what I'm kind of looking at to see as you kind of see these two different dynamic matchups.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like you were saying, is how can we stay out of foul trouble? Because a lot of the times, both of these teams with very aggressive defenses, depending on who your refs are, and the refs that we have tonight have been known to call a lot of calls. Nothing against them. You know, every crew has their own way.
Just,
you know,
that's part of the scouting report too.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely. They are known to call a good amount of calls, and it's again how do you combat that? Are you gonna still play the defense the way you want, or are you gonna get in a situation where, well, you know, we've got a couple girls in foul trouble, and now we've got to go to our bench, which, again, not in a bad way. You know, a lot of these teams are young. When they're coming off the bench, you're looking at some the Smet. I mean, you're looking at sophomores coming off the bench, or the Smet's a very junior-heavy team. But then you look over at the Cardinals, and you're seeing a lot of sophomores and freshmen on that bench.
Yep.
So, not that it's a bad thing, but just not as much experience in that defensive system, and knowing when we're aggressive, I also have to watch A, B, and C.
Exactly. Well, and there's a way something's never changed, right? It's been 2 years since I've been up here with you, and they run the same style of defense, right? It's aggressive, but as we've seen it over the years, can they play that clean, aggressive game tonight? And that's really hard. That comes down to what kind of coaching and what kind of fundamentals do they do? And we know Tara King is preaching that in practice. So it's, can they execute that at a high level tonight, be in good position, but not fall into the temptation of frustration fouls, or even just being tired and not being in position and drawing a foul that way. You know what I mean? Because especially if they're going to call it like that.
And that goes the same way as well for Coach Pitts and the Bulldogs. Is, you know, taming your aggression to not overly aggressive where you're getting in foul trouble. We'll take a quick break, get the anthem and starting lineups, and then we'll be back with you guys for the tip. Smet going to be in the maroon and gold, heading left to right in the first half. Cardinals in the home whites, going right to left. Hunnemer will get the tip from Johnson. Can't get the lane to fall, gets the rebound. He'll pull it out. Try a three at the top of the key, gets that one to fall.
Great start.
Smet now with it. Tipped by Hunnemer.
Setting the tone early for her team. Love to see that from the team leader.
Dyla swings it over. Beck with it up top. Back down in the corner. Corner three. Jennings answers right back for the Bulldogs.
That's a pretty good closeout. I don't think you need to get much more aggressive on that and get beat around. I think that's something where you keep playing it the way you were playing it.
Hunnemer with it. Ball might have been tipped. Johnson still able to come with it. Kicks it out. Spildy, three. No good. Megan with it. She'll bring it up for the Bulldogs. Over to Beck. Inside. Jennings. Megan will drive, but
an extra step. Offensively, Arlington's got to watch their spacing a little bit. Even though they had to hit that three on the first possession, there's been a little bit of cluster kind of play going on early on. Can they keep that floor spacing? Make it hard on the defense.
Megan with the steal off of Hunnemer. She'll bring it up. Hunnemer will pick up her first there. Trying to go for the steal.
You got to be careful. I mean, I'm sure we've said this a million times before, but when you're in a zone, you have to know you're going to get that interception. You can't risk it because all of a sudden you're down a person if they break that and get past you.
Jennings up to Beck in the top. Nice ball movement from the Bulldogs, setting up a three from Megan.
That's beautiful. That's how you beat the zone.
Vincent with it up top, over to Spildy on the wing.
There you go, good movement.
Hunnemer's three-pointer no good. Vincent on the line there as she came down with the rebound. Arlington gonna get set up in their 2-2-1 trap here. This is something they're looking right at that half-court corners. Inside to Courier for the two.
Smet kept calm the whole time, moved the ball effectively. It's tough to go against the guard, especially when they have that height. They can see over those double teams.
And Coach Pitt, I'm hearing double from him as Vincent tries a corner three. That one's short. Rebound from Aselson. He's yelling double whenever Hunnemer gets the ball. So as we get a three in the corner from Jennings, no good. Beck gonna get fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot two. That one, see who Duffy, Mr. Gary Duffy has that one on. That's gonna be on Johnson, her first as well. Second team foul for the Cardinals.
And that'll be something to kind of keep an eye on. Defensively, you said you heard him saying double over there. I'm curious if they're going to try to go box one or if they will just go a true double and say, hey, beat us with someone else, right? We talked about that, the X factor of Jalen Hunnemer and driving in the lane, stepping back, hitting those three-pointers, right? She really has no area of weakness on the floor as far as her range and where she can get it in from. So they're looking to eliminate that and make someone else beat them.
Beck hits both the free throws for the Bulldogs. Poked away. Jennings is going to get called for the foul here, I believe. It'll be the first on Smet. Now remember, a couple years ago, they implemented the quarter bonus rule, so five fouls in a quarter gets a team into a double bonus. They'll reset every quarter. Arlington with two, Smet just with one. Just over 5 minutes left here. Hunnemer swings it up to Rowan up top. Quickly over to Vincent in the wing. Johnson inside has Swung around. Huntemer driving baseline. Kicks it to Johnson in the corner. 3. No good. Long. Courier with the rebound.
And they're going to have, I mean, you saw it. She did a jab left to the left. You had 3 defenders right there. So someone's got to, and you know, the 3 is a nice open option. Cut to the basket, too. If that's not falling for you, get yourself a nice little floater, a layup, get a foul, you know?
Megan can't get the three-pointer to fall, but gets her long rebound, causing a held ball possession arrow in favor of DeSmet. So they'll keep it. Swung around up top. Aselson with it, over to Beck. Inside to Jennings. Courier, she'll try a deep 2. Deep 2 there, foot on the line. Still gets it to fall, though.
And Arlington looked a little slow to get settled there. I couldn't quite tell if they were in man. It looked like they were in man-to-man off of the inbounds there, but they just seemed to rotate a little bit too slow on that one. Good movement by the Bulldogs.
And that's, I think that's kind of as Huntemer pops the elbow jumper, no good. Beck with the rebound. That's something Arlington tends to do, is on inbounds they might switch to that man look instead of the zone. It'll be interesting as we see Courier with the 3. It's good. A 15-0 run for the Bulldogs.
And again, it's something I think that you brought up initially too, and I kind of added to, where that positioning on that post player, where they're not fronting him at all. They're just kind of content to stay behind. And that's an easy entry pass for the Bulldogs, and that creates so much collapse in that 2-3.
You got to travel.
And that's where you're seeing so many of these open three-point shots for the Bulldogs.
Travel is the call. Coach King wanting the Cardinals to switch to a man, letting them know to match up.
There we go.
Aces into Curry in the corner, up to Beck.
Nice.
Entry pass stolen by Spildy. Huntemer with it. She'll try a deep 3. No good. Spildy gets the offensive rebound, though. And she gets fouled on her way up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Arlington did a really good job in their last game crashing the boards. They don't always have the most size comparative to their competition, but they do a good job at trying to get in position and get those second chance points. That could be a huge factor tonight, too, especially with this hot start shooting here for DeSmet.
Spildy short on the first one. Aselson picking up the foul. Her second team foul for the Bulldogs. Second one in and out. Aselson bringing it up for the Bulldogs. She'll stop. Swings it to Courier.
There you go. They're starting to get better. Look at the post. They're doing a good job fronting the post now, not allowing that easy entry pass.
And Huntemer also there helping on the backside as well.
Absolutely. Good communication, good man-to-man.
Aselson drives, trying to find Jennings. Instead, it's going to go out of bounds. And sub coming in. Rowan will take a seat. Madsen coming in for her.
I love the call to switch to man-to-man. Make it a little bit tougher. DeSmet probably thought, we can just keep getting this all night. Nope, it's going to be tougher. Now you have to adjust on the offensive end.
Madsen with that at the wing. She'll go up to Spildy. Swung quickly to Huntemer. To go baseline. Good job from Beck at first to hold her in check. But Huntemer eventually gets the pathway and causes a foul. That's going to be Beck's third team foul for the Bulldogs, and Huntemer will go to the line to shoot 2.
It's a good job, and she's, like you said, we'll keep an eye on how this game kind of gets called throughout. That's a good job. She's going to get some of those calls. She's going to be aggressive, right? She's been that way her whole varsity career from 7th to 8th grade on. Like, she has played that way, and she will get those calls. Just finding that balance between attacking and facilitating. And again, that's just going to come with other players stepping up around her.
Smet back with it. Courier corner deep 2, no good.
Nice.
Huntemer rips the rebound away from Jennings. She'll bring it up.
There's the double.
Deep 2, no good. Madsen finds the rebound.
Watch his attention. As soon as Jalen will step any foot into that darker shaded area inside the three-point line, you see somebody taking a couple steps towards her.
Sony drives. Megan's going to pick up the foul for DeSmet. Her fourth team foul, though, for DeSmet. And We're going to have a 30-second timeout here called by Arlington. We'll take a quick break as well. 15-5 to Smet with a 10-point lead.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
10-point lead here for the Bulldogs. I couldn't quite tell if they were the last defensive trip after after the Hunnamers made free throws, if Arlington was trying to stay in that press or not. Something to keep an eye on here as well. Arlington with the ball, Vincent with it underneath. Trying to find, I think it was supposed to be for Johnson, Madsen wrapping around to gather it though. Johnson drives. She can't get it to fall, but I think they're going to get a foul called on Courier here. So how about this? The Smet, who hasn't gone to their bench yet so far tonight, has 5 team fouls, 1 on each of the girls on the floor.
Think that was planned?
I don't think so, but if I'm a coach, if I'm going to have 5 team fouls,
take credit for that. Yeah, you're right.
This is absolutely how I want it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. It's interesting because we talked about the depth for Arlington at the beginning, and they've gone a couple subs already. I was not expecting that from DeSmet. We'll see how this progresses here towards the end of the first half.
Aselson with it over to Jennings. Beck. Courier in the opposite corner as ball movement continues for DeSmet. Aselson, Courier, thinks about it, kicks it out to Megan. 8 on the shot clock. Jennings, floater, no good. Courier with the rebound and a foul. I believe it will be on Madsen for the Cardinals.
And
that'll be her first third for the Cardinals.
That is so tough for Arlington. They played really, really good defense for 33 seconds. And then just that position, that one closeout, right? That's why you preach. You've got to keep those fundamentals throughout the whole shot clock, throughout the whole game. One bad break there. So that's the hard part about man, because if you get beat, right, you got to have people there to help and things like that. That allowed that offensive board. But I think you've seen more success and a little bit more of a struggle from DeSmet's offense trying to find the space, because they had quite a bit of space early on in the zone. Now it's a little tighter. They have to adjust. They've been slow to adjust thus far.
Courier makes the first, misses the second one. However, DeSmet gets it back, and a nice out-of-bounds play gives Aselson the easy lay-in. Johnson with it. She'll swing it over to Hunnemer at the wing. Johnson with it. She'll go to Madsen up top. Trying to find Hunnemer inside instead. Aselson with it. Courier, she'll try a 3. Jennings gets the offensive rebound. Can't get the putback though. Hunnemer back the other way. Vincent for 3. No good. Loose ball. Gathered up by Madsen.
Good hustle.
She'll hand it off to Vincent. Rowan with the jumper. That one's no good. Johnson is going to be the last one to touch it. Spildy coming in for Madsen. And the first sub for the Bulldogs tonight will be number 24, Schoenfelder.
And let's give a shout out real quick to Madsen. My goodness, great hustle. We talked about who else can step up. She comes off the bench. She gets 2 offensive boards and some really nice hustle plays. And I'm not trying to make something out of nothing. Those, as you know, for those of you who have heard me before, I'm a huge fan of non-box score stats. I love seeing those types of plays, and she did a great job coming off the bench as a sophomore and fighting. She's 5'6", and she's down there getting offensive boards. That's crazy.
Missed bucket from DeSmet. Rebound goes off of DeSmet. So Arlington with it, and they're going to hold for the final shot. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Sony, corner three. No good. Long rebound. Courier with it. And we're going to get a foul call here at the end of the quarter, I believe, on Courier with the elbow, I believe.
Yep, you're right. They are calling it.
And because the Smet is in the bonus, Spildy is going to take some free throws here, so we won't quite go to break yet.
Coach Pitts does not love that call, that's for sure. And I don't know that I would either, objectively speaking. That is an interesting call to make at the very end. You know, there was contact made, obviously, so I'm going to go with I'm trusting their judgment on this one.
And I believe Pitt's argument that he's making is Spildy can't get the first one to fall. Pitt's argument that he's making is, was that a basketball move?
Right, exactly. That's a bang bang play. You know, you got to make that in the heat of the moment. They made the call. History's history.
Spildy makes the second, 7-18 to Smet with the 11-point lead.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of Area Athletics.
Did you know that Valley Fibercom provides broadband internet without data caps? With many packages available to choose from, there is one for you. You will pay a monthly low rate for unlimited internet, along with local customer service and local technicians based right in Volga, Arlington, and Smet. To learn more, call us today at 1-866-45-FIBER or visit us online at www.valleyfibercom.com.
Looking at some Region 2B scores around the area, Wolsey Wessington beats James Valley Christian tonight 46-13. Del Rapids St. Mary's beats Esline Hendrick 63-22. And Dubrook over Iroquois Lake Preston 58-16. Back here, Vincent with it as Arlington starts the second quarter with the ball. Huntemer gets two girls to bite on the pump fake. Can't get it to fall. Rebound, though, from Mutzinger. She can't get it to fall either. And Luthmer is driving the full court and getting the lane to fall. She'll go to line to try to get three the old-fashioned way. That foul is going to be on 21, not 12. 21, Emery Vincent. Luthmers can't get the free throw to fall, and we're going to have a foul call here on the Smet. Schoenfelder will pick up her first foul. So
I said that now we're seeing the fouls have kind of stacked up a little bit here for the Bulldogs.
20 seconds into the first, each team with one foul. Huntemer over to Mutzinger. She'll have it at the wing. Johnson with it up top. Lob pass into Huntemer. She'll dribble it out into the corner. Swung around. Emery Vincent over to Huntemer at the top of the key. She'll drive. Mutzinger, 5 on the shot clock. Lay in, no good. Timeout going to be called here by Coach Pitts. We'll keep it here. We'll look at the scoreboard around the area, see if there's anything that we missed.
Should we give them a Notre Dame score update too?
I can get on top of that as well. Wessington Springs over Sunshine Bible with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 58-25. Holman Egan currently at halftime, leading ORR 34-20. I believe that's all the region games for the girls out there. We'll get some boy scores as well. And in the semifinals of the college football playoffs, Penn State currently leading Notre Dame 10-0 with a minute and a half left before halftime.
Shout out to Randy Schmidt. I know you're having a tough night.
Man, he's a Cowboys and a Notre Dame fan.
Whoa.
It's kind of been a rough year for him on one of those parts.
And he had to deal with me, so that's even worse.
Megan with it for the Smet. She'll bring it up.
And you're seeing some of this high pressure again. Not the zone necessarily, but just that high pressure man. I kind of like that. Put some pressure on him, 3/4 up the court.
Aislinn hands it off to Megan. And Mutzinger is going to get called for the foul. Her first, second team foul for the Cardinals. Aislinn with it on the inbound. She'll drive. Can't get it to fall, but Emery Vincent is going to pick up her second.
Man, and that's a quick 3 fouls in the quarter. I'm looking. It doesn't look like, again, somehow both these teams are just. I guess it is the second on excuse me, on Emery. But it just the fact is like it's. So I don't know if it's coaching or what it is, but you got to be careful there because that's a minute 20 into the quarter, and you picked up 3 quick ones. And again, that's going to be a factor with both these teams being very hesitant down the stretch of sub. Both have now here in the second quarter, but can we maintain that now? Can we not get any serious foul trouble here into the third?
Aislinn goes 1 for 2, making the back end of the free throws as Arlington back with it. Huntemer at the top of the key. Nice backdoor cut from Mutzinger. She tries to save it. Aislinn there to gather it. She'll swing it over to Luthmers, lay in. It's good. She just slices the Arlington defense there.
And Hazel, we'll pull back the curtain here. I was a little worried because Hazel wasn't announced for the starting lineup, so it made our pregame scouting look pretty silly, but she has entered the game here in the second and really established herself. Can't quite hit the 3 there, but she's done a great job in the post and just looks like to have complete control offensively down there.
Mutzinger going to pick up her second foul as I get to the right side of my roster. Her second, 4th team foul for Arlington. With she didn't have too bad a placement, but when she went for that rebound, a little bit of extension on the forearm of the back of the Smet defender is what drew that foul. Excuse me. Aislinn will swing it over to Beck, and Spildy just wrong place, wrong time. She'll pick up her first, but it will be the 5th team foul. So we have 5 minutes and 50 seconds of bonus.
You'll see free throws the rest of the way
for the Bulldogs.
And that's so tough. Again, not even just talking about foul trouble, but momentum. It's like just mentally brutal to pick up that many fouls in the span of just over 2 minutes. And that's so tough because, like, you nailed it. That's what they're looking for. Especially you know this crew, right? You said they were going to call this kind of a game. If you have those arms extended vertically or even at that 45-degree angle and you make contact, that's not fundamental basketball. They're going to give you that call, especially the way this game has gone.
Beck goes 2 for 2. Back at the other end for Arlington. Huntemer, a nice little pro hop to get the floater to fall.
And Pitts is out there. As soon as Jalen's touching the ball, he is making adjustments. He sounds like a defensive coordinator out there. He's just making the adjustments on the fly. And that's probably one of those plays where you just tip your cap and say, hey, that's a really, really good player. Great drive by Jalen.
Luthmers for 3. That might have hit some glass before it fell down as Bank, both Core Trust and Citizen, with some extended hours tonight here in Arlington. Mutzinger hands it off to Huntemer at the top, and Megan will get called for the foul. 2nd team foul for both her and the Bulldogs this quarter, as Courier coming in for Schoenfelder, and Johnson will come in for Huntemer. I got to imagine this is just going to be a quick break for Huntemer.
Mm-hmm. And you got it right. Obviously, she's doing a ton of work on both ends of the ball. Got to be able to take some pressure off. How can they create offense now? How can they run through it, create ball movement and spacing?
Spildy trying to dump it off to Madsen. Loose ball. Spildy able to gather it up. And they're going to go jump ball. This is going to be the call, or held ball, however you want to call it now. And possession arrows in favor of the Bulldogs.
Oh, that's right. They changed that, didn't they?
They did.
My childhood's gone, isn't it?
I'm still getting used to it. Megan shovels it out to Courier. Beck with it as they get dangerously close to the free throw.
The whole half court there. Yeah, the whole half court.
Pass from Courier goes a little high. Megan unable to pull it in for the Bulldogs, and it'll be Arlington ball.
So you get there. Just too much of a rush. Couldn't really slow it down in the middle of that possession. Led to the turnover there. Unforced error.
The Smet currently with a 20-point lead. Johnson can't get it to fall. Spildy gets the offensive rebound. And we're going to get a held ball. Possession arrow for the Cardinals. Just over halfway through the second quarter. Just under halfway through the second quarter, excuse me. My math skills failed me there.
Me and you both.
Johnson with it at the wing. She'll swing it over to Mutzinger. She'll try three.
Hey.
And there we go.
Citizen Stain Bank is open.
Trust.
Turn on the lights.
Don't care if you're wearing white or maroon. They'll let you have bank shots all night. Megan can't get the lay-in to fall. Johnson almost loses it out of bounds. She's able to gather it back in. Mutzinger. Spildy at the top of the key. Johnson. Madsen with it. Over to Rowan. Mutzinger in the corner.
Oh,
nice spin move. Can't get it to fall. Loose ball. Madsen with it. She'll give it to Spildy. Trying to find Rowan.
Oh, maybe there's a kickball there.
I was wondering about that too. Ball might have bounced off Bulldog's foot. However, loose ball leads to a held ball, and possession arrow will give it to the Bulldogs.
I also don't know how much you remember from the last time we used to do this together, but I love players that hustle their butt off, and they may not get the recognition. Madsen is coming in every single time with the mentality that she's getting every offensive rebound, and I love it. And I want to just shed a light on that. She's doing a fantastic job running around.
Luthmers gets the and one. She'll go to line to see if she can convert it. Foul call is on Sony Johnson. Her second and the second. No, excuse me. That's right. Arlington already in that bonus, so they've reached that 5 mark. They don't keep track after that. I won't keep track after that either because I only have 5 fingers. Huntemer can't get the jumper to fall. Long rebound. Finds Johnson in the corner. She'll throw it out. Huntemer deep three.
Whoa! You think that was on the scouting report? 5 feet past the 3-point line. Great shot by Huntemer.
Beck drives, lay-in, no good. Luthmer's unable to gather in that offensive rebound.
We'll see. There's a little bit of momentum here. Can Arlington maintain that? And that's good. Jalen just coming back into the game, obviously, so that's good timing for this. Now, can they kind of gain some momentum going into half here?
Huntemer with it at the top of the key. Johnson now with it. Huntemer. She'll drive. Great move there, able to keep that pivot foot down. Rowan with it, but it's ripped away by Luthmer. She'll go coast to coast. Can't get the lane to fall. Vincent gets the rebound for the Cardinals.
Good rotation. She's had a ton of speed tonight in that fast break. That was a good job by the defenders there.
Vincent finds Johnson over in the opposite corner. She'll drive. Gets the lane to fall. And she'll go to line to try to convert the and one.
Beautiful and one. Great confidence there. She saw the crease in the defense. She went for it, did not back down, went in with confidence, and was under control, most importantly. That was a great job by Sony.
Aislison picking up her second foul, and it will be the third team foul for Smet this quarter.
I know there's a foul there, but props to Smet. They really cleaned things up here in the second quarter, keeping their fouls pretty low. See if they could maintain that here in the half.
Loose ball gathered up by Luthmers. She'll swing it over to Megan. Megan three. It's good.
That's a great shot. Pretty good positioning there by Arlington, but just a better shot to rise up on the offensive end and sink that three-pointer.
Johnson with it. She'll swing it to Rowan. Vincent up top. Back over to Rowan. Madsen in the corner.
Nice pass.
Vincent can't get it to fall. Johnson gets the offensive rebound and the lay-in. And this is something, too. Arlington will make you pay for second chance points.
Absolutely. They got 9 second chance points thus far. I'm really curious to look at some of those rebounding numbers at halftime.
Megan can't get the lay-in to fall. Quickly up to Huntemer. Great defense from Beck, though. stopping the fast break. Huntermer finds Rowan inside. And we got a travel as Rowan wanted to go up for the lane. But a little too quick on her feet. Spildy will come in as Rowan will take a seat, and Emery Vincent in for Madsen. As well as Megan will take a seat, and for her will be Anderson.
And Smet really changed their subbing, and maybe that's the way they always do it. You know, I'm not going to claim no, but not any, hardly any subbing in the first quarter. Quite a bit more rotation here in the second, keeping them fresh. I think that's really benefited them, especially in the fouling category.
Jennings tries to find Luthmers. Instead, it's stolen by Johnson. Over to Spildy. She'll hand it off to Huntermer. Step back three, short. Beck with the rebound. No shot clock. And she's going to hand it off to Luthmers. Luthmers will go baseline. Get called for the travel. Still no shot clock. 25 seconds left. The Smet up 35-19. We'll see if looks like Arlington might hold it for. Yeah, they're going to hold it for the final shot.
Absolutely.
Make some halftime adjustments and get ready to come out in the second half. Huntermer off the Johnson screen. Trying to get her on the roll. Loose ball. Gathered up by Emery Vincent.
Oh, nice pass.
Finds Ellie inside. Can't get it to fall. Luthmers gathers up the rebound. And at halftime, the Smet Bulldogs up 35-19 over the Cardinals. Take a quick break and come back with some halftime stats and analysis.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
Did you know that Valley Fibercom provides broadband internet without data caps? With many packages available to choose from, there is one for you. You will pay a monthly low rate for unlimited internet, along with local customer service and local technicians based right in Volga, Arlington, and DeSmet. To learn more, call us today at 1-866-45-FIBER or visit us online at www.valleyfibercom.com.
The main stop into Smet and the Handy Mart in Arlington are here to serve you. As your locally owned gas and convenience store, we are open 7 days a week. Check out our delicious food menu, including Godfather's Pizza. Stop by before or after the game to grab some snacks and refreshments. The main stop and Handy Mart are proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast. Good luck to all the area athletes this season.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Stop by Maynard's Food Center in Arlington, Lake Preston, and DeSmet, and check out our wide selection of fresh meat and fresh produce. Be sure to download our awesome app where you can access our weekly ads and coupons, as well as collect purchase points for future discounts. Maynard's in Arlington, Lake Preston, and DeSmet, your hometown grocery store, is a proud supporter of all our local athletes.
Interstate Batteries has been serving the town of Arlington since 1976. Proud to sponsor the broadcast of the boys and girls basketball. Interstate Batteries is the distributor for a large territory covering eastern South Dakota, southwestern Minnesota, offering automotive, marine, and agricultural batteries. We also offer batteries such as alkaline, coin cells, tool batteries, and sealed lead acid batteries for smaller applications. Stop into Interstate Batteries or give us a call at 605-983-5884.
Kingbrook Rural Water in Arlington is a solid presence in the area and a strong supporter of area high school sports. With reasonably priced, reliable quality water, Kingbrook Rural Water in Arlington is here to serve you and your family only the best, providing your water needs for present and future members. So call 1-800-605-5279 today or visit us on the web at kingbrookruralwater.com. Be rid of your water problems and have great tasting water with just a twist of your wrist. Kingbrook is an equal opportunity employer and provider. Call Jesse Vincent Construction for all of your excavating needs in Arlington. We specialize in excavation, sewer, and water line installation and repair, new construction, and all of your additional dirt work needs. Jesse Vincent Construction is proud to support the Arlington boys and girls basketball teams. Call Jesse at 605-203-0149. Go Cardinals. Heartland Energy delivers power with purpose, reliable wholesale power, as well as an array of services to the city of Arlington and surrounding communities. We strive to be a partner of choice to our customers, with our dedication to service and energy solutions taking the forefront of operations every day. Heartland Energy offers a number of programs to help our customers grow and thrive, from economic development incentives to energy efficiency rebates. Heartland Energy is your trusted partner. We would like to wish the Arlington Cardinals the best of luck this year. King Brothers Heating and Cooling is a proud sponsor of the Arlington Cardinals. We are here to help you with all of your residential and commercial plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. We service and replace furnaces, air conditioning units, and heat pumps, and also offer water and sewer repair and new installation, sewer cleaning, and camera service. We repair and replace water heaters and water softener systems. No job is too large or too small. Call us for a free estimate at 605-203-1760. King Brothers Heating and Cooling wishes a safe game to all of our athletes tonight.
Hasn't done, but that's fine. I'll go on a little bit. Yeah, I'll keep running.
35-19, your score here as the Smet with the 16-point lead at halftime. We'll take a look. Not too many players in foul trouble. Both teams with 3 players each with 2. That's the most by any team. Aisleson, Megan, and Courier with 2 apiece for the Bulldogs. Emery, Vincent, Mutzinger, and Johnson for the Cardinals with 2 apiece. Shooting-wise, from the field, Arlington at 22% from the field. DeSmet at 48% from the field. Hunter leading the Cardinals with 10 points, and Luthmer's also with 10 for Dubrook, the current point leaders. And we were talking a little bit while the ads were running that DeSmet has went on that 15-0 run, and I mean just dominated the first quarter. I'm wondering how they're going to start this second half. As we've seen, Arlington has been slowly trying to get back into this game. This is kind of where the Smet has stayed with the lead after that 15-0 run. Is right in that 16, 15, 14 point lead. But when it's a back and forth game like that, then that momentum starts to come back to the home side a little bit, and that's what we were starting to see a little bit in that at the end of that second quarter. So will the Smet come out with that? I'm going to say their defensive setup. How
absolutely. We talked about that.
You've got some different setups. You've got 3-point setups. You've got free throw setups. That starting 5 for DeSmet was definitely their defensive setup, where their game plan was, we are just going to stop you guys defensively. We're going to shoot threes. If we make them, great. If not, that's fine too. We're just going to attack defensively and hopefully be able to wear you guys out on the offensive side. You guys, as in Arlington, So when we get back on that offensive side, we're able to move the ball around much better in that 2-3 zone. And since you guys have worked so hard on that offensive side, can't quite recover in time on that 2-3 zone and get good looks, which led to that 15-0 run and that big first quarter for them.
Well, and let's be honest, too. You said they came out and they said, we're going to stop you on defense. They came out and said, we're going to stop Jalen Hundemer on defense. We're going to focus on her. You can hear Coach Pitts every single time she touches the ball. We talked about it. He is giving live updates to that defense on where exactly they're supposed to go. He's telling them exactly what to do, and that's been huge for them because one of the stats, I think you might have mentioned already, but we talked about it off camera, no assists for Arlington in the first half.
I hadn't mentioned that.
I think that is the biggest teller. And I think, because one of my notes from watching their previous game was I thought they had great ball movement, right? They had lack of size in that game. They typically probably do, but they did a great job moving around, and they did a great job feeding Jalen Hundemer in the post. They've tried a couple times early in this game, and errant passes got tipped away. They had some turnovers. They kind of got away from that, and it became kind of iso ball a little bit, some just ball screen, right? And that's great, but I want to see some off-the-ball screens as well. Move the ball around and get that defense tied up because right now what they're doing is they're staying with their person, and then as soon as Hundemer gets it, boom, that's our sole focus, right? If you can get that ball movement a little more efficient, and you could even find a way to create for Jalen Hundemer off the ball, which is so big because then you don't have Coach Pitts screaming over there all the time because all of a sudden it's just in and she gets a shot. You know what I mean? Easier said than done, but can they just emphasize that coming out of half, that ball movement and that positioning?
Arlington will start with the ball. And Luthmer is starting the second half for Smet. Rowan with it. Up top to Spildy. Swung around to Hundemer. She'll go baseline. Double team for Smet. Jennings rips the ball away from Spildy, and Megan will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Aisleson driving into the open lane. Can't get the lane to fall. Rowan with a rebound. Johnson the other way for the Cardinals.
It looks like they came out with that group that they ended the second half with.
Which I feel like is probably their normal starting five, or the starting five that we have seen in the couple games that we've seen. Hundemer with it up top. Johnson.
Oh, right there.
Can't get the lay-in to fall. Ball bounces off. They're going to say it bounced off Megan's foot. Ref down there had a better view of it than I did.
We'll trust their judgment.
Vincent with it under the basket. Up to Jalen. Loose ball gathered up by Megan. She'll try to find Beck, and Hundemer is going to get called for the foul. Her second for the Cardinals.
That's big, and that was really, that was fantastic help defense. Take a little bit of a risk going for the steal there, but it obviously paid off. You get the turnover, and obviously that can add up too when it comes to just playing that consistent defense against a player like Jalen.
Hundemer with it. Megan over to Luthmer. She'll bring it up. Beck at the wing. Into Megan. Megan hook shot. It's good.
The old school there.
Looking like Wilt the Stilt down there in the paint.
Kareem Abdul Bulldog. Great.
There we go. There we go. There's our dad joke of the night.
Terrible joke of the night. I had to get one in.
Vincent with it at the corner. Spildy with it up top. Trying to find Hundemer inside. Instead, she'll kick it to Johnson for the three. No good. Luthmer's will let that one go out of bounds.
And one of those, if I can, just analyzing that last, it was perfect there. So what you had there is you had Emma get it on the top corner, and Jalen Hundemer made a great cut, but you see three defenders commit there. If Emma can see that and just quickly swing it one more time, Sony's wide open, and that shot's a lot easier. So that's, again, where that quick ball movement, you just have to know and have that sense of where your other players on the court are supposed to be.
Vincent with the rebound off the missed bucket. Back the other way. Hundemer trying to find Johnson. Johnson thinking she might have been underneath the basket just a little too much there.
Well, and you know what? It was. I get, the crowd react a little bit there, but it seemed like she used her dribble to just gain possession of it. So you don't want to risk that double dribble because you just aren't sure, right, how they're going to call that if it was tipped or not. So I think that was wise.
I think the pass is just a split second late from Huntermer as well as Luthmers with the steal. She'll bring it back up for the Bulldogs. Finds Aselson in the corner. Back to Luthmers. Back inside.
And as we had one right there, I think the start to this quarter has been about unforced errors for Arlington. Can they clean up this offense, calm down a bit, and not rush the pass as much? I know they want to get it to Jalen the post. I'm the one that brought that up, so I'm not discounting that, but you have to be aware that this defense is hyper-focused on where number 5 is at all times.
I wouldn't say, as we see an offensive rebound from Vincent, I wouldn't say just unforced errors on Arlington's side, but as we get a timeout here from Coach King, we'll take a quick break as well. 37-19, Arlington down against the Smet.
Did you know that Valley Fibercom provides broadband internet without data caps? With many packages available to choose from, there is one for you. You will pay a monthly low rate for unlimited internet along with local customer service and local technicians based right in Volga, Arlington, and DeSmet. To learn more, call us today at 1-866-45-FIBER or visit us online at www.valleyfibercom.com.
Back to the thought that I was ranting about before we sent it to commercials. Both teams, though, we are a little over 2 minutes into this third quarter, and from teams that like to capitalize on fast break points and open three-point looks, we're at a 2-0 game, and it's not necessarily. Both the defenses have been playing well, but it's also some unforced errors that we've seen on both sides.
You don't want to discount the defensive effort, but at the same time, offenses have made it a little bit easier here at the start of this quarter. We're almost halfway through at this point.
I saw a double team almost, you could argue, 3 players for the Bulldogs on Huntermer as she drove to the lane there. Poked it free, but
absolutely
off the Bulldogs, so we'll stay Arlington ball. Shot clock at 20. Fake handoff. Great job of utilizing some space. Huntermer can't get the contested lane to fall, though. Beck back the other way over into Luthmers. Luthmers turnaround jumper. Didn't fall.
There's just a couple things about this sport that I love, and the fadeaway shot is right up there. Fantastic shot there, created some space, already had the height, made it even easier on herself.
Emery Vincent with it up top, over to Huntermer up top. She'll try a deep 3, no good. Johnson can't quite get there before Beck. Beck gets the defensive rebound, and Aselson will bring it back for the Bulldogs. Short on the jumper. Mutzinger back the other way for Arlington. Nice find. Emery gets the easy lay-in. Good fast break bucket there from the Cardinals.
2-2 in the quarter. That is not a stat you often hear over halfway through here.
Aselson will drive. Kicks it out, trying to find Megan. Beck with it. Nice swing pass, getting the open look. Beck can't get it to fall. Huntermer will bring it up the other way.
Nice.
And he gets the lane to fall.
And that's a good job. When you're getting triple teamed and double teamed. If you're Huntermer, use that fast break opportunity. A little late rotation, you have the one-on-one, use that. Because most of the time that's a win for her. Good help.
Going to get a held ball here.
I know they got the entry pass. It was really tight, but that's a good job. You had one in front, one behind. They have right in that. Not an easy pass to make. Good job getting that jump ball call. Held ball call.
Luthmers will take a seat. And Blue, will come in for her. And timeout will be called by DeSmet. I heard it called.
Yeah. As I say, it was really close.
Gary Duffy a little bit late to the whistle there. Full timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. 23-39. DeSmet with the lead.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
Something to keep an eye on here. Both teams with close to the same amount of free throws. Arlington with 9, DeSmet with 10. DeSmet's made 7, Arlington's only made 4. So something to keep in mind as the game might get a little bit closer, might come down to free throws at the end of the game. 3:10 left here in the third. DeSmet still with a 16-point lead here.
Good switching, good communication. There it is.
5 seconds. 2 times now DeSmet has struggled to get the ball inside. Coach Pitts had to take a timeout to avoid the 5-second call last time. This time, gets the call. Mutzinger will bring it up for the Cardinals. Emery Vincent over to Madsen. Mutzinger for 3, can't get it to fall. Johnson.
Nice hustle.
Gets the offensive rebound and the save. Huntemer driving into the lane. She'll draw the foul, and she'll go to line to shoot 2. That foul for DeSmet is going to be on number 5. Aubrey Blue, her first.
And when they're having a tough night shooting, let's just be real. In every category, DeSmet has the advantage. So when you're having a tough night like that, you got to make up for that with those hustle plays, those second chance points, those easy shots. So right there is a perfect example. You get the offensive board, you swing it around. All of a sudden, that defense isn't in position to double team Jalen Huntemer. She finds that little opening, she gets the foul call. I think those little things add up, especially when you're trying to cut into a lead like this. Those things add up. And the defensive possessions the last couple times, the pressure they put on the Bulldogs, mentally that can add up for DeSmet. So that's something where Arlington just needs to continue that pressure. Oh, and they do a good job breaking it there.
Courier gets that one to rattle home. Huntemer up to Johnson. Madsen with it. She'll drive inside. Can't get the lane to fall, but Johnson able to sneak around the defense and get the offensive rebound and the putback. Aselson puts the move on Mutzinger. Goes down, finds Blue, back over to Aselson. She'll get the offense set up. Tries to drive. Mutzinger is going to get the call here. That'll be her third, I believe.
And that's tough. That's a tight foul call, right? Understandable, but that's a tough one. They've been playing great pressure here so far. Can they keep it up?
Beck for 3. No good. Courier with the offensive rebound. She'll go right back up. Can't get it to fall, but have a foul called here. That's on Mutzinger. She picks up 2 quick fouls, putting her up to 4. And I believe 3 team fouls for Arlington.
Yep, that's so tough because they played almost 6 really clean minutes of defense. That's fantastic. When you're putting on this kind of pressure, that's that clean aggressive that we talked about pregame. But then to pick up those 2 quick ones at the end, that can be deflating too. So much of basketball and why I think everyone loves sports is there's so much of a mental side of it. So can DeSmet take advantage of this, first of all, and then can Arlington say, hey, you know what? We did a great job. Can we get back to what we were doing? Because we did it for 6 minutes. We know we're capable of doing it.
Courier able to get both of them to fall. Ellie Vincent and Spildy coming in for Mutzinger and Madsen for Arlington as we get a kickball, and Courier. Jennings coming in for Blue for the Bulldogs as well. Arlington with it underneath, lobbed up to Huntemer. I think every
think was a 5
crashed in on the lane there. As
what is that, a pentuple team? Is that the term, the sports term?
I suppose that probably would be about right.
She's getting Steph Curry treatment out here on the court.
Ooh, right idea from Megan. Just a little too hard, little too flat maybe on the lob into Courier.
And don't get me wrong, there's a play to be made there, but again, keeping in front of that post player, that's a much tougher pass.
Schoenfelder.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you're good. Schoenfelder, the one that comes in for the Bulldogs, as it was Megan that took a seat. Shot no good from Arlington. Rowan will come in, and Hunemer will take a quick seat.
Arlington's gotten some really good shot opportunities off. They've moved it. They've had more spacing. They just have not been able to get it to fall tonight. Good help.
Nice entry feed. Schoenfelder can't get it to fall. Courier and Johnson both with it. Possession arrow in favor of DeSmet.
Oh.
Courier over to Aselson. She'll drive. That lane has been open. They run that line play, and it's basically just to clear out that lane for Aselson to drive left-handed.
And that time the defender got caught looking inside at that screen coming, and she found the space.
I need to watch Aselson do a jumper and see if she's a true lefty or if she just can finish well and dribble well with her left hand. Ellie Vincent going to pick up the foul. 4 team fouls for the Cardinals now with 42 seconds left in the third. Ellie's first of the night.
No. Not many of those left-handed people out there, are there, huh?
Nope.
Pretty special, though.
Yes.
I'm glad you're left-handed. It makes sharing elbow space a little easier up here. There we go. Good deep, good rotation, good help.
Vincent will get the steal.
Go for the last shot here. 20 seconds.
Emery Vincent will gather the loose ball. She'll try a three-pointer. That one's short. Johnson running from the other side of the court. She'll go baseline. And Aselsson's going to get called for the bodies. Third team foul for DeSmet.
Have to have a good
Her
inbound.
third as well.
Good inbounds play here. Get it up pretty quick, create something.
Luthmers checking in for Aselson for DeSmet. 4.5 left before the end of the third. Vincent with it. 3, no good, but Luthmers is going to pick up the foul, and that will send Vincent to the line for 3.
Can they capitalize here, increase the free throw numbers a little bit here right before the end of the quarter?
Luthmer's first foul as a little bit early on the substitution.
False start on the refs there.
Anderson wanting to get in there, but
I understand the feeling. I didn't get in much, but whenever he said, looked across and he said, Zach, oh man, was I ready. Probably tried to go in with my warm-up still on.
And in fact, he was asking what the stats were instead.
He was asking me to grab some water bottles for the starters. So that's what he was asking me.
Vincent able to get that one to fall, knocking it to a 15-point lead for DeSmet.
That's big.
And the pass goes a little high for Jennings. We won't count that as a shot for Anderson.
I don't think
45-30, your score after 3.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
Did you know that Valley Fibercom provides broadband internet without data caps? With many packages available to choose from, there is one for you. You will pay a monthly low rate for unlimited internet, along with local customer service and local technicians based right in Volga, Arlington, and DeSmet. To learn more, call us today at 1-866-45-FIBER or visit us online at www.valleyfibercom.com.
45-30, Smet with that 15-point lead. That's kind of where they've been at since that 15-0 run to start the game. And we were just talking here as the ads were running. Mira Beck for Smet, the senior guard, has been the one that the Bulldogs set to guard Hunnemer. I don't know if she's been off the court. She just went off after the free throw attempts from Ellie for the last 2.5. But since then, until then, I don't think she has been off the court. Elevator door screen, trying to get Hunnemer open. Smet able to switch off of it real well, get the rebound. Megan with it. She'll go around down the baseline, and Spildy will pick up the foul for Arlington. Her first team foul for Arlington.
And what's crazy is that shot by Hunnemer there, probably one of the better shots she's taken in the post. Still had 4 defenders around her, but that's some of the most space she's had. She has, as soon as she enters that dark brown area, inside the 3-point line, it is 4-on-1 down there talking defense.
Aselson brings it up. She'll find Jennings to Beck. Beck able to get to Luthmer. She'll try a 3, and it'll rattle in there.
And she has come off the bench. We talked about her. I can't remember if it was on or off, Mike, but she has come off the bench as sort of the 6th man in the rotation. We saw her getting maybe some work done on shin splints or something, so maybe she's a little hurt tonight, but she has provided an offensive spark, shooting the ball in the post. That's a lethal weapon to have at 6 foot.
Hunnemer unable to save the ball for the Cardinals. Smet will have it. Arlington, I think they're just going a full court man-to-man look like here. Luthmers will hand it over to Megan. She'll lob it up to Aselson. Little drive. Spildy makes her bring it back out. And Smet will set up the offense. Wise pull out there from Aselson. Run down some clock. Shoot down some shooting
take your
clock.
time.
And Hazel can't quite get the ball in time in the lane.
Don't see it all that often, but when you have a player remaining very present in the postgame, that's something you obviously pay attention to.
Long rebound finds Beck after the Hunnemer miss. Megan over to Luthmers. She'll go up and get it to fall.
Just using her height well there.
Smet extending the lead now to 20. Hunnemer drives, and Beck's going to pick up the foul for Smet. I do believe in him. Maybe I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Ooh. Did they give it to Jennings instead? They did. That's why I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Jennings with her 3rd.
If I learned anything growing up, never get ahead of yourself. I think Michael Jordan said that.
Homer gets the first one to fall. First team foul for Smet.
There's no fact checking for this show, right? I can just say whatever.
I mean, Colin Cowherd does it. So.
Man.
Luthmer's up to Megan.
If only I got paid what he got paid.
Driving into the lane, can't get that lane to fall. Spildy with the rebound. Luthmer is causing the held ball and possession arrow.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to point out a couple possessions ago, but this is a good time too. Smet, one thing they've done so well, you can tell they took their notes just like we did. We knew the press was coming in this game, and so did they. They have done a really good job. You haven't seen too many issues with the press tonight for Smet on the offensive end. They've done a great job being under control and pushing it down and just taking care of the ball.
Luthmers drives baseline, trying to find Jennings on the opposite block. Just a little too high in the pass.
And we're at the point now where you really have no room for error at all, no mistakes.
Arlington here with Johnson with it at the wing. You've got to capitalize on almost every offensive possession you have. Hunnemer driving inside.
Nice pass.
Great ball movement. Gets the lay-in for Mutzinger.
And that's it. And if Hunnemer can really hone in on that, right, she's a great player, and she's going to get some shots here. But if she can just really focus on those openings, man, you got some wide open layup attempts. So that's a great job and great cutting there by the Arlington players.
Jennings is fouled underneath. Foul will be called on Hunnemer, her third. As much as you don't want Hunnemer to have 3, your other option would have been Mutzinger, and that would have been her 5th. Jennings short on the free throw. Emery Vincent will come in for Spildy. Madsen checking in for Mutzinger.
Yep. And she's another one. She's just hustled all night long, done what she's been asked to do on the defensive end, and done a good job moving on the offensive end, finding space. But obviously those fouls can add up, and we've seen that on both sides of the ball.
Hunnemer with it. Deep 3. No good, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Who's got the broom?
I do not care how tall you are. I don't think you're going to get that one as finds its way. And Vincent will get that one to pop out. Give the assist to the other coach, King.
Aaron King.
Deep pass.
Oh, good job.
Grabbed by Hunnemer. Beck pokes it loose, but it finds the waiting arms of Johnson. Hunnemer, deep 3, no good. Vincent, brilliant save. Emery Vincent, unable to control it, though. Aselson will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Into Jennings. Jennings can't get it to fall, but will draw the foul.
That's tough. Ref just sees the arm come down there. Get you for that every time.
Foul called on Emery Vincent. Yep, her third. Third team foul as well for Arlington.
And this is the conditioning quarter, right? This is where you really see. You're going to really can tell who's been fresh all game, who's done the conditioning, who's done the work to keep up with that. And right now, Smet has done a pretty good job here rotating. Arlington has as well. Some of it also to just avoid that, like you said, that fouling out as well. But now these last 5 minutes or so here, we're going to see who can kind of keep those fundamentals here down the stretch.
Jennings goes a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Madsen driving, and Courier will pick up the foul there for the Bulldogs. Her third, and the second team foul for Smet. Quick look here. Arlington, Mutzinger with 4, Hunnemer and Emery Vincent both with 3. Really the only ones in foul trouble at this point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Smet in that first quarter, I know they had at least 5 because we had the double bonus. They might have had an extra one in there, 6 or so.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've had more than that total the rest of the game.
They've been very disciplined after that first quarter, as we see Luthmers.
And she has killed them in transition tonight. Whether it's long strides, good conditioning, just straight up speed, she has pushed the ball back and forth all night and given the Cardinals fits.
Madsen gets the lane to fall. Aselson right back the other way. One thing I saw here too after the made bucket from Luthmer, she fell a little bit. Coach Pitts asking her if she's okay, and she just did a little wave of the hand saying, "I'm fine. I want to finish this one out," as we see Ellie Vincent hitting a 3-pointer for the Cardinals. 18-point lead here for Smet. Just under 4 minutes left in the game.
That's a big time. First 3 of the night for Ellie. That's a great time to make it. Unforced error here going the other way.
Johnson's going to go coast to coast, draw the foul on Aselson. That's her 4th.
This is the momentum you need here. We'll see if there's enough time and if they can maintain this kind of pressure on both ends. We've had a nice stretch of about a minute and a half here for the Cardinals.
And that's something to keep an eye on too. Aselsson's been very good at that point guard spot. As we see, she'll take a seat. Yep. Megan will check in for Megan with just 2. She's also been one of their better point guards for Smet tonight as well.
And you want those 2 to be available because you know the pressures. You get the press for 3 minutes and 45 seconds in regulation here. It's not going away.
Beck will bring it up for Smet. Luthmers trying to find Megan inside. Nice hustle from Emery Vincent, poking it out of bounds, so it'll stay to Smet ball. 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Lobbed up to Luthmers. Top of the key three, no good. Rebounded by Ellie, and Courier will pick up her 4th foul for DeSmet.
Is that their 5th?
4th, I believe.
You're right.
Yeah.
Neither of us are good at math.
And Schoenfelder coming in for Courier.
That's big because, so when we do get to 5, that will mean free shots here for the Cardinals down the stretch, and that could be a big way to kind of slow it down, get some rest, but also cut into this lead.
Johnson with it at the wing. Emery Vincent trying to get it inside to Rowan, just a little too late. Jennings able to sidestep, get the pass, and Megan will bring it up for the Bulldogs. Over to Luthmers. Luthmers back over to Jennings. Jennings finds Beck inside to Luthmers. Arlington crashes down, ball swung around. Beck will try an open 3, and she hits it. Bringing it back to a 19-point lead for DeSmet. Johnson back down the other way.
It looks like the Cardinals will be content to kind of keep this group in the game. It looks like Jalen and Emma's night might be done for now. We'll see if they do some late subbing here, but
Megan trying to squeeze past the double team. We're going to get a foul called. This one looks like it's going to be on Madsen.
Coach Pitts almost took a charge there. Don't know if he'd get credit for that or not. But
Johnson, the one picking up the foul. Megan can't get the lane to fall. You know, if I'm Coach Pitts, I would play back that film then and say, Johnson hitting the corner 3, and say, hey, if this happens to you, you fall and you try to get the charge. I didn't fall because he's about our age. I can say this. He graduated the same year we did, actually. As Schoenfelder gets the easy way, and I'm a lot older. It can be hard for me to come off the floor a little bit.
Yeah, my feet aren't as quick as they used to be.
Johnson with it. She'll find Madsen over at the wing. Ellie Vincent. Johnson 3. Oh, no good. Megan with the rebound. Into Schoenfelder. And Rowan's going to get called for the push before the shot. But they are in the double bonus, so Schoenfelder will go to the line to shoot 2. Rowan will pick up her first foul for Arlington. Arlington with a couple subs. DeSmet with 1 sub here waiting. Kind of keep an eye on here as we get to that point as Schoenfelder gets the first one to fall. Spildy and Mutzinger are going to come in for Ellie Vincent and Rowan. We're getting to that point in the game. Beck, you know what? What a great game from her tonight for DeSmet. Part of the reason why they were able to hold Huntemer to, not even sure how many points she has if she's not out there on the court yet, but probably hold her to as little as she did.
Absolutely. She did not have an explosive, efficient night probably that she wanted. She still played well, don't get me wrong, but what you ask out of a player to try to stop a player of her caliber, she did a fantastic job, and she worked her butt off. And absolutely, you know me, my heart is always with those non-box stats, and if you put on the film and you just watch her defense, she did a fantastic job and put in the effort all night long.
Mutzinger will pick up her 5th. That'll be it for her tonight as Anderson will go to the free throw line. Richards, the one coming in for her. And I'm thinking we're getting close to that time of night where get the JV group in there. Megan and Luthmers will call it a night as Gross and McCune, I believe, are the 2 subs. Can't quite see the number. Yep, McCune the 1 as Anderson unable to get the second one to fall. Ball tipped out of bounds by Schoenfelder. Fredrickson coming in for Johnson. And Larson, the one coming in for Jennings.
This is always great development time too, right? Get some of the young players in, get them some varsity experience, let them play under pressure. Even though the game, you understand the game is out of hand at this point, there's still that like, oh, I'm entering a varsity game. There's still that pressure on, so let them feel that a little bit, see if they can execute under that, understand how to play and how to finish out a game.
Madsen will go to the line to shoot free throws here. As Schoenfelder, yep, the one to pick up the foul for to Smet, makes the first. Second one, no good. Did have some early movement down low, so Madsen will go to the line to shoot another one. Schoenfelder just a little too eager to get the rebound. That one is good.
2 for 2. That one never happened.
Stephenson will give Madsen the rest. Madsen with a really good game off the bench for the Cardinals tonight as well. Schoenfelder lobbing it in to Gross. She'll bring it up for the Bulldogs.
They're staying right in that true varsity pressure defense. This JV's putting on the same look. You can tell Coach King coaches it the exact same way. It does not matter what level of basketball you are playing. We play pressure. We make you earn it on offense.
Fredrickson will be the one to pick up the foul. Both teams in the bonus, so for the last 53 seconds here, we've got 2 free throws. Schoenfelder makes the first, as Jenna Madsen will check in for Spildy. Second is good. Emery Vincent bringing it up for the Cardinals. Madsen with it over to Stephenson. Fredrickson up top to Emery Vincent. And she'll get called for the travel. Three and a half seconds separating shot and game clock. So DeSmit will have to put up a shot here. Anderson deep 2, and it's good. Vincent bringing it up. Kick it out to Madsen. Fredrickson in the corner. Stephenson's three-pointer blocked by McCune. Larson bringing it up. Schoenfelder with it. And they'll drain the rest of the clock. 66-47. DeSmit coming into Arlington and getting the 19-point lead. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with player of the game and remind you what we got next for both teams.
Badger Oil has been a trusted name in southeastern South Dakota for over 30 years. They specialize in auto repair, mobile and Chevron lubricants, propane tank sales and installation, temporary heat sources for construction and fuel, plus propane, gas, and diesel. Whether you need a tank filled for a backyard grill or for your farm or home, Badger Oil can handle all of your needs. They're family-owned and take pride in their customers. Call Badger Oil today at 983-5412. Badger Oil, proud supporters of area athletics.
Did you know that Valley Fibercom provides broadband internet without data caps? With many packages available to choose from, there is one for you. You will pay a monthly low rate for unlimited internet, along with local customer service and local technicians based right in Volga, Arlington, and DeSmit. To learn more, call us today at 1-866-45-FIBER or visit us online at www.valleyfibercom.com.
The Main Stop in DeSmit and the Handy Mart in Arlington are here to serve you. As your locally owned gas and convenience store, we are open 7 days a week. Check out our delicious food menu, including Godfather's Pizza. Stop by before or after the game to grab some snacks and refreshments. The Main Stop and Handy Mart are proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast. Good luck to all the area athletes this season.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Stop by Maynard's Food Center in Arlington, Lake Preston, and Smet, and check out our wide selection of fresh meat and fresh produce. Be sure to download our awesome app where you can access our weekly ads and coupons, as well as collect purchase points for future discounts. Maynard's in Arlington, Lake Preston, and Smet, your hometown grocery store, is a proud supporter of all our local athletes.
66-47, the final here to Smet with the victory. Player of the game tonight will be sophomore guard Madeline Madsen. Did a very good job of just kind of, we talked a little bit about it during the game, but just kind of the stuff that doesn't necessarily show up in the stat book. You know, post work inside, defensively post work inside, causing some loose balls, causing some held balls to get that possession arrow to change, if it isn't, even if it isn't in Arlington's favor, to change into Arlington's favor. And just an all-around really good, kind of the nitty-gritty type of game.
I mean, it's the job that nobody wants, right? That fighting down inside. And again, she's 5'6" on the roster. That is not something you usually want to do if you're 5'6". I was 5'11" in high school. I sure didn't want to do that. I had no interest in being down there, but she was down there all game fighting for rebounds. It's like when you have to ask your employee to go clean the bathroom. Nobody wants to do it, but you got to do it because it's a big part and it adds up. It's the little things that add up, and she did a great job with those things tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll before we wrap up here, we'll remind folks who are listening where we've got games coming up for both teams.
Yes.
DeSmet is done for the rest of the week, but next week they've got pretty loaded schedule. Both these teams kind of a loaded schedule next week. Monday, for the DeSmet Bulldog fans, you will be in Lake Preston to face the 2-6 Sharks after they lost to Dubrook tonight. I believe that one 58-16. Then they will host Howard on Tuesday. Howard at 1-7. I didn't know if they played tonight or not. So we'll say 1-7 before tonight. And then they'll travel down to Coleman on Saturday for the DBC Classic, where their opponent will be Dawson Boyd out of Minnesota. As for the Cardinals, they'll look to bounce back against Dual with a doubleheader on Tuesday, so girls will start at 6 on that one, boys to follow. Thursday, they will host Elkton Lake Benton. Dual at 2-3, Elkton Lake Benton 3-3. That one is just a single game, so that'll be 6 o'clock for a JV start time. And they'll finish the week on Saturday down in Mitchell at the Corn Palace in the Hanson Classic. And again, we'll try to get you an opponent and a time before Saturday for that game as well. Thank you for watching the live coverage of tonight's game in Arlington, brought to you by Valley Fibercom, between the Arlington Cardinals and the DeSmet Bulldogs. This game is brought to you by the scoreboard sponsor, Johnsonville Spray Foam, and our watermark sponsor, Badger Oil. Thank you, folks, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for DeSmet Arlington boys varsity matchup.
Have a beautiful night.
Interstate Batteries has been serving the town of Arlington since 1976 and is proud to sponsor the broadcast of the boys and girls basketball games. Interstate Batteries is the distributor for a large territory covering eastern South Dakota, southwestern Minnesota, offering automotive, marine, and agricultural batteries. We also offer batteries such as alkalines, coin cells, tool batteries, and sealed lead acid batteries for smaller applications. Stop into Interstate Batteries or give us a call at 605-983-5884.
Kingbrook Rural Water in Arlington is a solid presence in the area and a strong supporter of area high school sports. With reasonably priced, reliable quality water, Kingbrook Rural Water in Arlington is here to serve you and your family only the best, providing your water needs for present and future members. So call 1-800-605-5279 today or visit us on the web at kingbrookruralwater.com. Be rid of your water problems and have great tasting water with just a twist of your wrist. Kingbrook is an equal opportunity employer and provider. Call Jesse Vincent Construction for all of your excavating needs in Arlington. We specialize in excavation, sewer, and water line installation and repair, new construction, and all of your additional dirt work needs. Jesse Vincent Construction is proud to support the Arlington boys and girls basketball teams. Call Jesse at 605-203-0149. Go Cardinals! Heartland Energy delivers power with purpose, reliable wholesale power, as well as an array of services to the city of with our dedication to service and energy solutions taking the forefront of operations every day. Heartland Energy offers a number of programs to help our customers grow and thrive, from economic development incentives to energy efficiency rebates. Heartland Energy is your trusted partner. We would like to wish the Arlington Cardinals the best of luck this year. King Brothers Heating and Cooling is a proud sponsor of the Arlington Cardinals. We are here to help you with all of your residential and commercial plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. We service and replace furnaces, air conditioning units, and heat pumps, and also offer water and sewer repair and new installation, sewer cleaning, and camera service. We repair and replace water heaters and water softener systems. No job is too large or too small. Call us for a free estimate at 605-203-1760. King Brothers Heating and Cooling wishes a safe game to all of our athletes tonight.